Some fun with this one. I got to share this story with you. So, it was about a little over a year and a half ago, that a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine that works here at Sacred Heart University, he was an athletic trainer up here. He was my baseball athletic trainer. Took care of my knees and my ankles and everything that was wrong on me when I played baseball. And he called me because he actually has MS. And he was doing an MS walk, and he raised a ton of money. He wanted to send out thank you cards to the people that were registering for that. And I wanted to show him send out cards, and this was a perfect opportunity to. So I sat down and I said, Leo, there is a lot more to it than just sending cards. You need to know about this. And I showed him the opportunity. He joined. About a month later, he introduces me to a gentleman by the name of Matt Chonier that went to school here. And he was a junior at the time. And he sat down and he goes, I'm in. I totally want to get started. So I went over to his house and showed about 6 or 7 guys. He signed up one of his roommates, who signed up his other roommate, who signed up the safety on the football team, Rashad Underwood. Rashad got started, and he signed up his buddy Ray, who was the backup quarterback here at Sacred Heart. And Ray signed up his real good buddy Steve Tedesco. Steve Tedesco played baseball and football. And I get a call from him towards the end of the school year, and he says, hey, Curtis, this was last year. He goes, Curtis, I have a buddy of mine. He just had mono, but he's feeling better now. He totally wants to get started and send out cards. Can you have a conversation with him on the phone? So we did, had a conversation with him on the phone. He played football at Monmouth University, and Steve knew him because he transferred from Sacred Heart to Monmouth. So I get on the phone with him, I go down to Monmouth, do a couple little meetings for him, and get a chance to train him. Love this kid. Totally coachable, totally committed, and wanted to make things happen in a big way. But then football season started in the fall, and then finals came around, and then winter break, and then he gives me a call and says, I'm ready to rock and roll. That was this early spring. He was able to actually make the incentive vacation for down in Orlando, came down with me, had a fantastic time down there, and it flicked a switch. He got a chance to get around all the leaders, and that's one of the core commitments that we're going to talk about later, is getting around the fire. So he got around the fire. He says, Curtis, I'm going to make this thing happen. He had a few different job interviews in New York City, and he called the recruiter and says, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go on them. It's too long of a travel to go from New Jersey into New York City. I don't want to make that commute. I have a business that I'm going to just take some time and work. So what business is that? So he showed it to her, and he signed her up. And so this kid's been rocking and rolling, and as of 3 hours ago, he's the brand new senior manager to Send Out Cards. Newest senior manager. Please help me welcome Mr. Michael Russo.
Like Curtis just said, I kind of brought you through how I got involved and what kind of brought me here. What I got to notice while my journey through Send Out Cards has begun was it's more than making money. It's more than, sending cards. What I got to notice was in the beginning, I wasn't really sending cards. I was doing a little bit of what you can and should do. What I really started to realize after I did start to send out cards was the phone calls I was getting for the heartfelt cards that I was sending out to my grandparents, to my aunts, to my uncles, things like that. And that really went a long way for me. I really started to be consistent, like Mike Duffy said. That's one of the biggest things with this company. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you're coming from in your lifetime. Be consistent in what you do. And I got to go up to Boston with Curtis, and on our ride up there, we got to talk about some why statements and why I'm in this. And it was last summer that I started playing golf with my father and 2 good friends of ours down the shore. While we were playing golf, towards the end of the summer, I had to go back and play football. They all thought that was the last Friday that I was going to be able to attend our Friday morning golf because I was going to graduate, go into corporate America, and get a job. Well, as me and Curtis were saying the other day, we just started those golf outings again a couple weeks ago, and I showed up and everybody was looking at me. No work? I said, no, I have work. I have a different type of work. I have a work that allows me to be able to do what I want when I want with the people that I do want to do it with, and all in the process of changing the life of somebody else. So that's what brought me to Send Out Cards, and that's what's continuing to grow my journey and to interact with people like I meet every day. So, thank you.